general job fair. They don't ever really say work fair. I wonder why. Is it because work is like action? Some word that's like Latin. The idea that speaking puts things into action. The more you know, they say. Probably the less you go, the more you stay. Stay your hand. What word could you actually say that would affect things in some way? Except for a promise. Promises kept. Did Jesus weep? Or did he actually just have a clean sweep like he was actually an athlete on his feet? Probably all a matter about how you look at it. They say there's plenty of people on those pages in every way, but they all relate to the same thing. So then maybe the actual trick itself is just in having some identity. The ability to say what you see in some way that keeps those promises. What is a promise anyways? Is it just the idea of embarrassment? Like words themselves? Is the idea of food that came and went? Then if you probably connected with that, it would probably just be something else. If history is actually like a book that you can take off the shelf, what then is solid? Is it just a good idea? Is it just some sort of belief? Or is the weather really the only thing that can bequeath? Light's reflections, the moment's inflections, like waves and ripples. What more can a man do but try to build something off of a stump? And in so doing, what actually comes up? Is it just a point? Like the fingernail is proof? Is everything's point just its most inner poof? So actually you're saying that it doesn't necessarily mean anything anyway, which is all the proof that anyone else needs to say that something itself leaves. What is strong? Is it in never doing any wrong? Is it in being able to remember every word to some song? Is it in being fair? Are we then back to the job fair? But if we were working fair, we wouldn't necessarily be there. What is fair work? Is it all just in the look in the end? It actually tells us whether things are enemies or friends. If that's the case, then every sad and happy face isn't really that complex. Have we made the idea of work more easy or more difficult to understand? If we stand understanding, do we then say that if there's really any public way, that really it's only in the ability to say that why would anyone even see this public space in comparison to every other public place? Do we then work more fair if we're not even seen there? Like, the actual idea of work is just like science, you see. It's in moving some mechanism behind blankets and sheets. Otherwise, what are we actually really dealing with? But the idea of not going along with all of the things that tell us an amount. What does that actually amount to? If we can't even count from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. if we work to make a door, will we always find a way out?